Hello, welcome to another edition of Footprints. My name is Samuel Atamensa. Today it's going to be an interesting one, but before we get into it, I just want my producers to play one track for me, a track that you will enjoy. You are free to dance, you are permitted to dance. Let's go. Hey! Bullfruit. Togbe. Kakro. Pano. Tusa. Hey! All right, thank you. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, it's Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. Welcome back to the program, and you heard the Simigwa rap. Charlie, we were young, but Charlie, we used to boogie with it. Well, now, Charlie, we are all growing old, but we are managing. I know you that are watching me here, you are not even as old as I am, but you can't do what I just did. Gyedu-Blay.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
All the time.
Wow.
All the time.
You look well.
Well, we thank the Most High.
You always look well.
We thank the Most High for, trying to keep it up.
Thank you very much. How have you kept yourself together all these years? What's the secret?
Well, I got to know, from my father that, the body is a temple, and if we're able to take good care of the body, it means that the body will also, in return, take good care of us. So it's been at the back of my mind for a long time.
Wow.
That whatever that I'm doing, I need to have the strength in doing those things. Mm-hmm. So I need to keep myself fit to be able to withstand whatever that comes my way.
Wow. How old are you?
I'm 72 now.
Wow. I give up. 72?
Yeah.
And you still rock it like that?
Oh, that's,
Nothing has changed?
Nothing can change it anyway.
Wow.
Nothing can change it.
No, but it's good. It's good because you've never been out of season. You are always in season.
Yeah. And at this time of my age, to the cost of traveling and all that in connection with performances over the years, Europe and all them kind of things. So I think fairly things has been.
It's been good for you.
Yeah, very good.
We thank God. God. Now tell me, you are one Ghanaian musician who has, a very, some appreciable penetration in international, music circles.
Yeah.
And you've been consistent over at least 5 decades.
Yeah.
5 decades.
Yes.
I became aware of Gyedu-Blay Ambolley in the early 70s when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But, the whole thing about local rap music was something that excited the youth. Yeah. And so every Ghanaian youth, you would do the Ambolley rap.
Right.
How did you get into music?
It's something that started back in secondary. Back in the 60s, there were so many bands in secondary. Talking about.
And why is that?
Because secondary being the port city, and the commercialities and everything was happening.
Yeah.
So
you had all these naval ships, commercial ships.
The Black Star lines and all that.
Oh, that things happened there.
Oh, big time. And we have the Ghana Railways also there.
Of course.
So,
that was the headquarters, yeah?
Yeah.
At the time,
that's where the establishment was. And people from other, vicinities were coming there. You're talking about people from Cape Coast, Elminas, Winnipeg, all of them people were coming for jobs. Okay. Because railway was,
the biggest employer.
So it made that saturation, to become more stronger because people coming from different tribes were bringing their tribal cultures and influences and everything over there. So it was, it became a point that everybody wants to come. I remember I was speaking to Mark Tonto the other time, and he was telling me that, back in Kumasi, they used to take the sleeper train. And come to Takoradi because they know that the action was here. So they will come and, so with all these bands around, I remember Broadway band, I remember CK band, Carousel 7. There were other bands called the Skylarks.
Tell me about Broadway. I think it was very big then.
Yes, Broadway was a big band. Talking about the front, talking about 2 alto players, 2 tenor players, 2 trombone players, guitar, bass player.
Remember some of the songs they used to sing?
Oh yeah, Aomunyamo dofu mefi mehu brewu subanti krofu bekan wasan moye nyimgwasis.
No, but you're not part of it, but you can still sing. Yeah. So Broadway and some of the songs they used to sing that you can still sing today.
I wear you there. I want to sing
But what were you doing? You were in school then?
Yeah, I was in school in that time.
Where did you school?
I went to Anglican school.
I mean, where I was in secondary.
In secondary, because my parents were there, so that's where I started my class 1 and things like that. When I got to Form 2 and things like that, we had to move to Ketan. Ketan is another vicinity.
Yeah, in secondary.
Yeah, in secondary. So that's where the upper class schools and everything was set up. You're talking about the Anglican, the Methodist, the Roman Catholic, all of them were right on there. So it was in secondary that, unfortunately for me, because of the seamen, when time they travel outside, they come back with records.
I can say that these seamen had such a huge influence on you.
Oh yeah,
because you're walking and your English and your Kuwait.
Because our seniors were doing those things. We just sit back and look at them. And whatever that they saw in America or in Europe, when they come, they demonstrated that.
And the youth, you picked it, and then you became an area don.
Oh yeah, the way they, how they walk, and some are trying to slang up, and all that, because the fascination was right there.
Thank you.
And I also took some of the things that.
But you kept them.
Oh yeah, because that really groomed me.
Okay.
Into
give
whatever
you a character.
Yeah, character and what I wanted to do because. The seniors and things like that, many things was happening. Secondly, like that, talking about gambling, talking about prostitution and things like all these things were around.
Were there in abundance.
In abundance. So I was seeing them as a child.
Yeah.
And many a time to our seniors, they try to make you have that the mindset of, the strength, having that strong, mindset of whatever that you want to embark upon. I remember one time I was a kid and I had a conflict with somebody who was older than me, And my seniors were sitting down and then he said, Gyedu-Blay, because back in Kenya they called me Gyedu-Blay, Say Gyedu-Blay, and when I look at this guy, I say, no, I can't fight this guy, but coming from them, I had to do it.
Yes.
So I went in the poop, and the guy was hitting me, and when they get to a certain level, they will come and separate. So secondly was a place that, will make you strong.
Yeah.
Whatever that your vision-wise and everything that you want to do in life, your contributions and everything, secondly will help you to...
A lot of your people talk about secondary with serious fondness.
Yeah, seriously.
You had nightclubs there?
Oh yeah, we had because if you go to Takoradi,
remember some of them?
Yeah, Zenith. You go to where Broadway band was. It was called Zenith at that time.
Yeah.
And they had a Mogambo, nightclub up there. Because it was a huge building. So Mogambo was there, Star Nightclub was there, Sikiman Carousel 7. They also, all in different forms.
Yeah.
Were there.
And they all had patronage.
Yes. Because that time, jobs, we had a lot of jobs. You
Okay.
know, state hotels. You talk about catering rest houses. You're talking about even the private people had bands. The government itself, had bands. So the saturation of entertainment, because that time was when that word work and happiness, came. So the workers, you go to work and 12 o'clock they'll come for afternoon jump. At 2 o'clock they go back to work.
That thing the current generation, they don't understand. Afternoon jump.
Yeah, afternoon jump.
Where you go to work.
Yes.
And then at 12, 1, you leave work and go to a club and go and jam. And then when you finish, you come back and continue.
Thank you.
No, you will live long.
Yeah.
But I think a few of the Francophone African countries maintain this thing where they leave work, go out for 2 hours, and then come back, into all sorts of things. Well, we couldn't sustain it.
Yeah, we couldn't, because after, because of different coup d'etats and all that kind of thing,
so it broke the chain.
Yeah.
Okay, so at which age did you get into formal music professionally?
When I finished with my elementary school, I didn't go to secondary or.
You knew exactly what you wanted to do.
Yes, because at that time I had already started learning the rudiments of music and all that. And the late Samilati, he was
also part of Broadway. Or?
Yes, Broadway, and he came
Uhuru.
to lead the Railway Band before coming to lead the Ghana Broadcasting Band.
Wow.
So with the Railway Band, and he came back from London and all that, and he did music. So we all were going to him for
lessons,
rudiments of music and lessons and all that. So I was doing that before I finished my elementary school.
And you were popular in the area.
That time, yes, because of the music.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. When I made my first recording, my name became more known. Yeah.
So you joined the Railway Band.
Yes.
That was the first band officially that you joined.
No, there was a band called Downbeats. We formed even before Downbeats, there was one guitar player that used to play with E.T. Mesa. And his name was Tricky Johnson.
Okay.
So he formed a band, Tricky Johnson Sextet. And Ray Allen. I don't know if you know Ray Allen.
No, Ray Allen, the name Ray Allen.
Yeah. So Ray Allen was supposed to be the singer for the band. But Ray Allen had a chance with another band in Accra here called Globe Masters. So with Eddie Kwanzaa, so he left. And I approached Tricky that, I can also sing and things like that. He said, what can you sing? I said, I can sing Ray Charles' What I Say. And things like that. Okay. Then he started. Then I came in. Yeah,
can you remember?
Mama, don't you treat me right? Come and let me get it all night long. Man, when I finished, he said, yo.
Hey, you have a job.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, I have a job. So the man was very helpful. Because there were so many songs that I didn't know, but through that man, he opened my ears and eyes to music that were coming from the borders,
world,
the Western world and all that. So that was very helpful to me.
Whoa. So then, on and on, you progressed to...
Yeah, on and on. We formed the Downbeats Band. Then Downbeats Band was just for about, because there wasn't any...
structure.
Tangible, somebody leading the band. So I left and went and joined the Railway Band.
Area boys.
So I went and joined the Railway Band. And lo and behold, Ebo Taylor also came into lead the band.
Wow. So was that your first official encounter with Ebo Taylor?
Ebo Taylor. I've, adored Ebo Taylor then because they used to play with a band in Kumasi called Stargazers.
Oh, Stargazers.
And Stargazers, Eddie Kwanzaa was their leader, trumpet, Ebo Taylor, Enim, and all that. And I was enjoying that band because back in Sekendi, there's a movie theater there called Venice, and it's closer to where my mom lives. And when I'm going to go eat from my mom's place, there was a man who sells records. who sells records and when I get there, man, those music will catch me for almost about 2 hours. Because it was there that I started to know E.T. Mason, the Tempos and the Broadway and Stargazers and the Mordineers and all that. So, that was a very big eye-opener.
Because you were interested in music, I'm sure you took particular interest in
Yes. Anytime I got there, I had to stop and listen.
Good. So from the Railway Band, I'm interested in your how you got into the Uhuru Band.
From the Railway Band, another band was formed called Hugas Extraordinaire by the late Kojo Donko. Kojo Donko is a diplomat. And so he formed that band. And they wanted a bass player because I was playing bass that time anyway with the Railway Band and things like that. So looking for a bass player, they came to call me. And we all went and gathered at Cape Coast, for rehearsal because it was about 2 months to Christmas. So we all went and got stuck in Cape Coast, rehearsed. And from there straight we went to Kumasi, to start playing the Christmas engagements and all that. So that was the catapult of it. Gradually, getting and
then so from there you moved to.
Yeah, so from Railway Band, from the Hugas Extraordinaire, when the band broke up, I joined another band at Meridian Band, in Tema.
In Tema, okay.
Yeah. They were looking for a bass player and things, so they also came to call me. And I did like to go there because all those that I was playing with, they're all grown-up musicians. So I knew that I could learn, from them.
Yeah.
And I was with them for almost about 1.5 years, living in the Meridian Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, from then.
So kind of house band for the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. And from there, I came down to join the Uhuru Band.
Okay. So you didn't start with Uhuru?
No.
They had started before?
Oh, yes.
Remember some of the names?
Because I know Stan Plange was there.
Stan Plange, was he the leader at the time?
Yeah, but but he was the main leader before when he left. Ebo Taylor came to take over.
Yeah, so this would include people like Charlotte Dada?
No, Charlotte Dada left before Ebo Taylor.
Oh, Charlotte Dada left. Yeah. First group of people who left.
Yeah.
She was a vocalist, right?
Man, good band. One of the best female vocal singers that I've ever known. Charlotte, well, because Uhuru Band came to play in Second D, and we went and I was just staring at the band, and this young girl in front of a big band, I said, man, she became my favorite because the way she was singing, controlling the band, and she knew her job. It's unfortunate that most of the recordings that Uhuru did, Charlotte didn't sing. They didn't allow her to sing that much, but her voice.
Yeah.
I thought that.
But later on, she was on her own or something.
Yeah.
So I remember her on GBC back in the day. Yeah.
Before she left for Germany. And things like that.
Good. So Uhuru, how many years were you with Uhuru?
Uhuru, I was with them for almost about a year.
Oh, okay.
Because there was one guy called the late Bensil Angel.
Okay.
From Cape Coast. He came to record Ebo Taylor because they were, they all grew up together. So he came to record Ebo Taylor, and I was the bass player for the band. And I told him that, I have some other songs too. So he came to my room and asked me to play, and I took the guitar, played. I said, okay, we're going to add it to the recording.
Wow.
And lo and behold, that was what
gave me the breakthrough.
Gave me the breakthrough for Ghana to know that there is somebody with the name Gyedu-Blay Ambolley.
Okay, so you remember that song that gave you the breakthrough?
Yeah, Simgwadu.
Simgwadu?
Yeah.
Let me play that song again and see how it. This is the original one, which you read it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear the Simgwadu again. Let's see.
The Simgwadu, quietness, about the loose tango. Ajay. 2, 3, 4.
All right. right, we'll be taking a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be moving from Uhuru Band and to his stardom. This is Footprint. Welcome back to the program, and it's Footprint with Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. You know, there's only one Gyedu-Blay Ambolley on this planet, because if you Google Gyedu-Blay Ambolley, you won't see two of them. It's just only one, and this is the man I'm talking to. Gyedu-Blay, so 72, 73, this is where people got to know about you as a person and what you could do. And your release became a straight hit everywhere.
Straight up, because you know, the musical aspect of it, and there was a dance to it too.
You remember the dance?
Oh yeah.
You want to demonstrate small?
Oh yeah, it's all about the qualities of the, you know.
Charlie, give me the song, because we need to demonstrate this song, because you know, you young ones, you think you get swag. See swag at 72. Is this one?
Yeah, I can do that with it. All right, you know, get
Waleji. That's a good one. That's a good one. So this is 73, 74, and it was Gyedu-Blay Ambolley everywhere.
Yeah.
Where did this take you from?
Man, it took me a long way, because, you know, the dance to the music became a craze.
Oh, yeah, of course. Everywhere.
Yes. I remember I met one man, and, you know, he was telling me that your school times and things like that, these were the dance that they were doing.
It was.
Because he was able to copy me and things like that, now everybody started calling him
Ambolley, that's all.
Yeah.
Because, so 73, 74, we were kids, but where I lived in Kumasi TUC Estates, we had somebody we used to call Ambolley too.
Oh.
Because he could do the dance and do his hands on way, and everything was on point. So I'm sure every community had an Ambolley.
Oh yeah, definitely, I think so too.
And it's remained for a while.
Yeah.
At this time, were you still with a band?
You're talking of 72.
Is it 73?
Yeah, because right from Uhuru Band, we went straight and formed Apeja Show Band.
Oh, okay.
Also with the
Taylor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, was this in Takrady still?
No, everything was in Accra here.
Accra, okay.
Yeah.
So all the secondary boys had moved.
All of because.
And you left CK man there.
Oh, I left because
Uncle C.
He's an elder, so you have to take care. Yeah. You know.
Oh, nice.
So when coming down, and we formed the Apeja Show Band. We went to live at Teshinungwa Estate. And we were there.
So at the time, was it Teshinungwa Estate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the name.
Okay, so this is in the 70s?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And the music that I brought out also had a language. You know, about the Tusa, about the one country, my papa, you know. And it also became craze.
Oh, of course.
You know, so I remember, even these days, I mean, maybe driving around town, somebody say, about the bullfruit. You know. So it also became something that became an indelible stamp, you know, in the minds of the people, because they never forgot.
But what influenced the style? Is it the secondary Takrady ways of doing things?
Yes.
One country or another one
Yeah. Because back
Aze,
yes. The Aze is coming from the seaman. You know, If you want to call somebody you don't know his name, say Aze. You know. And you know, I had some co-equals.
Okay.
You know, that were about 5. And there was one boy among us called Ray Smith, Annual Smith, you know. And he's more crazier than me, you know. And many a time we just get together, form a circle, then we start the rhythm. But the rhythm, because we were children, we didn't have money to buy congas. And we started creating the rhythm with our mouth. You know, remember now, stomach about hey, about that two shot, some kind of tired or horse, mamma or corner, Jim or cry, on the banshee. So, mamma, gentleman, you need to have my uncle report. I say that takes you man out quite pay, and so, yeah, you know,
to say.
You know, so many a time when we're doing that, the passerbys, when they get there, they get stuck.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see them smiling and things like that. So I told myself that I think this is something that needs to be kept.
Yeah.
So when I got involved, started to record and things like that, I said, man, I got to revive this, man.
Good.
So that's what I mixed up in doing my first recording. About the Chusa, about her mama, and some of you. When it was, you know, people didn't understand the words. You know, people, but the words were crazy too much for them. The dance was too crazy too much. So it really caught up.
Yeah.
It really caught up because many a time when I'm going to perform, anybody that comes, he has the idea of what the expectations of what he's going to see because he knows that Ambolley does that, and they all come and join me.
True.
And sometimes I usually even meet crazier people than me because some people will come there are even more crazier and they will bring some steps and things like that. So when I see that, I say, okay, then I take that.
You know, that add to your repertoire.
So because that's where the creativity was, you know, climbing and things like that.
Good. So you kept this. At some point, I kind of linked you to Tema Food Complex. How did that happen?
Because then that time we were at the Tashinungwa Estate, and there was a club there called Stereo Sport.
Stereo Sport, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the accountant for Food Complex, they used to come over there because, you know, there's a group of seniors, you know, and that was...
No, Stereo Sport was big.
That time. So many a time to the owner of the Stereo Sport will ask me to do something, you know, because, you know, a group of...
Is it Mr.
Planch?
Chris Planch or something like that.
And, well, it's from one thing that leads to another anyway. So in doing those things, sometimes, you know, I'll take the microphone and they'll put my record on and I'll be singing and do my thing. So Mr. The accountant, I forgot his name though. He saw me, then after my performance and everything, he called me. He asked me, what am I doing and things like that. I told him we had a band and things like that. They said, no, the next day, you know, come to Food Complex. When you come, ask for Mr. His name was Mr. Santi. So when you get there, ask for Mr. Santi. So the next day, I went. When I called Mr. Santi, they phoned him and things like that. So I went to his office. And right from there, he employed me to be with the...
Well, they had a band.
Yeah, they have some Food Complex band. You know, they call them Complex Sounds.
Wow.
You know. And when I went and saw them...
those days, Tema was...
Oh, yeah, it was happening.
It was happening.
Because then that time, Takoradi has been moved to Tema.
Tema, yeah. So this must be the reason a lot of fancies, you know, Tema had a lot of fancies there. So they all moved from secondary Takoradi
because the jobs with the Black Star Line and everything was moved to Tema. You know, after the establishment of the Tema, the port. So it became more vibrant than even Takoradi because all of them had moved. All the seamen, all of them moved to Tema.
Of course, it was closer to Accra too. So.
Exactly.
Now, your time in Tema with the Food Complex band, you did one song around this time with the band Akokoba.
Yeah, Akokoba.
Yeah. I want to play that song some more because I want some Akokoba to Jai the Dede.
This is with the Food Complex band.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you remember who played?
Yeah, that Tommy
The
King.
sax.
Yeah, the sax player is Bobby Isiama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is playing now.
All right.
And Tommy King.
But you also play sax.
Yeah, I
At
play
that
sax,
time,
but
you
that
were
time I wasn't playing sax.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you are the vocalist.
Yeah, I'm the vocalist, I'm the composer, I'm the arranger, and all that.
And everything.
Everything, yes. You know.
But how come you also had very long intros?
It depends on the mood of the music. You know, because sometimes you have to let them groove before you start to interpret the meaning of the music.
Lovely. So that was Akukoba.
Akukoba Jedididi, you can turn us in. But these were some of the things that our elders were saying.
Of course.
You know, back in Sekendi. You know, Akukoba, you know, there means like empty barrels, you know, that makes the most sound.
Yeah.
You know, so Akukoba, the little ones makes more noise because they are hungry, you know, following their mother. You know, so say Jedididi, because at the end of the day, you go back under the basket. So, you can turn us in.
Now, easy. So, from this period would take you to 76, 77.
Yeah.
You know, but I was again. I moved to go and live in Achimoda, and while I was in Oda, there was a band that you associated with, and it was the loudest thing in Oda. A band called Zantoda.
Yeah, Mark III.
Zantoda Mark III.
Yeah.
And you know, my images that I have of Zantoda was their posters. They did the Zantoda Mark III posters everywhere. On that Old Town.
Old Town, yes. The Point.
The Point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's easy. So how about Zantoda? Because you formed Zantoda.
Yeah.
You left Food Complex.
Food Complex, yes.
And then went to start your own thing. And how did that come about?
There were some guys in London, and they saw me with Food Complex band. But because that time we had done some recordings and things like that, so they got to know of those recordings in England. So they came down, and I met one of them, Mr. Upon, and they told me that they wanted to form a band, and they want me to take over the band. So we were there. They brought a set of instruments and everything from England, you know, and we formed the band, and we were trying to get a name for the band, you know, because the Zantoda name is coming out of three names. You know, me, my back is from Nzima. So the Z in Nzima, they come with the Z come then. There was one of the those guys that from the band. One was from Antwerp.
Antwerp in Ashanti region.
In Ashanti region. And Upon is from Oda. So the Z and Ant.
Nzima, Antwerp, Oda. Zantoda.
There you go.
And you did it Mark III. Where from the Mark III too?
Mark III, they brought that. Yeah. That didn't come from me.
Okay. So Zantoda Mark III.
Mark III, yes.
And you used to shake Akimoda.
We were many a time we were rehearsing at Akimoda at the Point, and so you see the whole place.
Oh, no, who were the kids who were in the crowds? But we used to run away from school to come and watch you do this.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I remember Old Town, the Point, you know, this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the road, you see that it's on the right side.
Yeah. But that was in 79, 78, 79, thereabout.
Yeah.
And how long did you keep that group?
We kept it, I kept that group for almost about 2.5 years. Because we formed the band late past 78 into 79.
Yeah.
And we were at Akimoda, I think for about 3 months or 4 months or something like that.
When June 4th happened?
Yeah. You know, so you're smart, man. You know, so we're there rehearsing and things like that. After all said and done, we came to Accra because, you know, now the band is set, so we have to start, you know, playing engagements and all that. So we came to Accra and things like, and it came to a time that those that brought instruments and everything set up engagements and everything in England. So it means that the band had to go to England. So that was my first time, taking my band and everything to go and perform.
Outside Ghana?
Outside Ghana. So we went to England. We were there for almost about, closer to about a year.
Were you doing a tour? Or
yeah, we did. The unfortunate part of the band was, when we got there, was, after about 3 or 4 months, there was a controversy.
Scate.
Yeah, in between the organizers, those that bought the instruments and everything. There was a controversy between them. So those gigs that they had planned and all them kind of things all came to a standstill.
Oh, no.
Because they were quarreling among themselves. So we were there.
But tell me, just walk me through. In England, what were some of the gigs? Where did you perform? What occasions were you?
We were mostly performing at, there was a place in England called The Venue. Okay. The Venue is closer to Victoria in England. And The Venue is a big place that most of the big names perform there.
Okay.
And that night, we performed there. That night when we were performing Mick Jagger, Rolling Stones. And all of them came to...
they came to watch?
Yes.
But they were ultra high at the time.
Yeah.
They were big boys.
Yeah, they were big boys. But hearing the band coming from Africa, and I think they were also curious.
Yeah.
That they want to know what...
yeah. Oh, wow.
So I remember they came to the club, and there was a American jazz drummer called Tony Williams. He used to play with Miles Davis. He also was at the club. And things like that. Apart from the venue, we played at some other places like town halls, like Fulham Town Hall. And all
yeah.
And all that.
But you didn't travel outside of London?
No.
Okay. So basically you're in London?
Yes, was in London.
Wow. So that experience gave you some exposure to
yeah, because and it also helped me because we did some recordings over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when, after the controversy and everything died down, I had a chance of doing my own self-recording, not with the band.
Oh, okay. So the band never came back together like that?
No. After all said and done,
everybody went their way.
Yeah, we all. But I think the band, about 3/4 of the band, they came back home. And about 2 or 3 of us, stayed back.
Okay.
That was when I did a recording when the late Gyedu-Blay Ambolley.
Yeah, he sponsored you?
Yeah, sponsored my recording.
How did he get to know of your recording?
No,
is it the Nzima connection?
Because Songwriter had already been there, and they knew of the Songwriter, her projects and things like that.
Yeah.
So seeing me in London, and I saw that he was there, I visited him. And things like that. So we're having rapport. There were many a time when we go to meet, we'll be speaking in Nzima and all that. So I made him to know that I want to embark on some recordings.
Well, he had the money, man.
Whew. Because, that man at the hotel, he was staying at the hotel, but he was at the suite of the hotel.
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day. And the white people even used to marvel because how much that is being paid on that suite, and that man has stayed in that hotel for almost about a year and over.
Okay, so he's talking about Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. If you don't know who he is, just Google Gyedu-Blay Ambolley, and I'm sure you get to know more about Gyedu-Blay. So this is Gyedu-Blay Ambolley and his Zantoda band going into England and doing a few gigs here and there. Now, got to a point everybody found their way, but he continued with some recordings. We'll come back from this break and get to hear one track from that recording, and that will take us to his other exploits. This is still The Footprints. Okay, welcome back to the program. This is Footprint on Citi TV, and I'm here with Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. So if you've been following, he got himself and his team, or his band Zantoda to England, and but he ended up recording one track which was sponsored by the then millionaire at the time, Ghanaian millionaire. I'm telling you, that man was an interesting one, Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. Yeah. And what's the name of the song again?
Frafranta.
Frafranta. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't sound like one of the the popular ones, was it?
No, Frafanta was, even that music was released in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean?
Yeah, there's a recording company that WEA Records.
Okay.
They leased it and released it in the Caribbean.
But they don't understand the language.
Well, they're talking about the musical aspect of it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, let's hear this one and see. Okay. So this is Frafanta.
Yeah.
What's the meaning?
Frafanta in the Fanti language means butterfly.
Okay. As in Afrafanto.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, Blaze symbol was the butterfly.
I can't blame it. I can't stop laughing, man. I mean, when he became the presidential candidate, he had the butterfly symbol, the green one.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that for him.
Okay, good. Yeah. And so from there, when did you decide to come back to Ghana?
I think from there I continued to Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I stayed in Switzerland closer to about a year, and came back to England for about 6 months. Then I decided, no, I need to come to Ghana.
Okay. Which year did you finally come to Ghana?
I think around about 83.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I came back to Ghana. And when I came back to Ghana, then I did some recordings.
Mm-hmm.
But these recordings that I did was sponsored by the Q Productions, you know, Quantus.
Oh. Quantus?
Yeah,
Quantus.
Yeah, Quantus was in, recordings that time.
You mean Quantus Akayensu?
Akayensu, yes. He was in recordings that time.
Oh, nice.
So he sponsored, that was when I did...
because then Quantus had a club?
Yeah, Bam Tavern.
Bam Tavern in North Kanesi there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because that was big.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody was going there.
No, I was too young, so I didn't go there. So. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how did that go?
It was wonderful. I mean, Mia Branches, Gacy Emmanuel, it's all coming from that album that we did.
Wow.
Back in 1986.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Mia Branches came out in 1986.
Oh, I see. Why did I... It sounds like it's been there forever. See, Grace Imano.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the things that propelled that particular track was they used to feature it a lot in this Embassy Double Do programs.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, though we were playing them, but we hadn't recorded it.
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
So we were playing them when we go to perform, you know, the cigarette people, you know, so because of cigarettes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They were telling me, Charlie, that's your song.
Banana.
Yeah,
yeah.
Banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, Charlie, that song they be. That song they be. Okay, so then you moved on.
Yeah, so that was around 1986, and the song became popular. Back in Ghana.
Instantly.
Yes, and
maybe most Ghanaian communities in the UK and in the US, it was a main song for them.
Oh yeah, because you know, I have some words in it too, you know, about yeah. So
that's a 6 tune.
Yes, they couldn't get enough of that.
Yeah.
So after the recording, you know, popularity was there. You know, I had gigs playing with all the cigarette people and all that kind of things and all that. So in 1988, I sat down and said, no, I think that I've had enough, because my name was already known here.
Yeah.
So I said that,
yes, this is the song.
Yes. All right.
Sally, as for this song, it's timeless. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. So this was in 1986.
Yeah.
Good. So from 86 getting into the 90s, how did you spend your time?
86, my name, it's been out there, apart from the first recording, Simgadu, and this also came to continue.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
things like that.
That's true.
So, was there in 88, I looked at myself, I said, man, my name is already known here. So if you want to know and trust yourself as a musician, there's only one place that you need to go, and that is America.
Mm-hmm. Coming to America.
Yeah. So at 88, I decided, no, I got to go to America because, America is the entertainment center.
Yeah.
And if you think that you are a musician
big boy
and things like that, go there. So I packed up around getting to the end of 88, flew straight to New York.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's serious business.
Seriously, because, man, I was determined anyway.
Yeah.
And when I got to New York, anytime you go to a new place, everything is new, so you need to take your time to know what's happening.
Familiarize yourself, yeah.
Yeah, and I was there and, I found a job, as a security officer, there because, I had to pay bills.
Of course.
So I was doing that, but there were some few clubs, because I was living in Brooklyn that time. And there were some few clubs that, you
were eyeing.
Yes, and American musicians were performing there. And I used to go there because I need to go there to be able to identify myself with them and see what is happening. So that, I can be able to know what to do.
Yeah.
So I did that, and a little bit. I wasn't performing that time, though. It was just in and out. Then, 91, I had a chance of performing at Apollo Theater.
Wow. Yeah. What was the occasion?
That was because they used to have some African nights and things like that. And they were happy because they see that, this is an African musician, so he will fit the course. And things like that. So they invited me to perform. And I went to Apollo. And when you enter into the Apollo, there's walls, 2 walls. And
you mean
like
Apollo?
Yeah, Apollo Theater.
Yeah. Here we call Apollo.
Okay, yeah. Over there they say Apollo.
Apollo, yeah. No, you be guy too much.
Yeah, you're right. Here we call it Apollo. Yeah, that's right.
No, we had one at Circle.
Yeah.
Apollo Theater. It's in Hustlers.
Yes. I also did perform there.
Oh, good. Yeah, tell me about Apollo in
New York. So when you enter into Apollo, you have to go through 2 walls and things like that. And every wall, you see pictures of all the stars that had, performed. Because Apollo is a place that all the, whether Michael Jackson or Steve Wonder, everybody, you have to perform there. Mm-hmm. So I went there, look at the wall. I see all these great musicians that I knew them on CDs and cassettes and records. And I said, wow. And I looked at it, so you look here, you see Aretha Franklin, them, and then I said, wow, tonight is going to be the night. Mm-hmm. But I was able to set a record at Apollo.
Wow.
Because Apollo is a place that, it's not only one act.
Yeah, of course.
So when you perform one song, you need to leave for the next act to come. I was able to do 2 songs at a go.
Wow.
Because when I was performing, all of a sudden, about 3 African-American girls, they jump on the stage, started to do my songwriter thing with me. Then the whole, hey, everybody, hey. Then when we finished the music, then I said, do you want more? They said, yeah. Then I looked at the face of the promoter. He couldn't do nothing. He said, okay, go ahead. Then I put in the Simgadu, because my first what I did was this song that you hear, Brent said. That's what I did. After that, I put in the Simgadu. Man.
Wow.
And whatever that happened that night, I said, I have passed the test.
Thank you.
Because I used Apollo as my testing ground.
Yes.
If the African Americans and people will really get close and understand, the formations of music that I'm bringing from Africa. But, the African Americans, it's in their blood. They all went there from here.
Yeah, that's
so it's
true.
in their blood. So they
patronize it.
Yes. It was wonderful.
Wow.
And that became my testing ground. Boom. After that, then...
You started getting invitations.
Yes.
So you stopped the security?
And I was doing it because...
Small,
yes,
to balance things.
Yeah, to balance things,
yeah,
yes. I was doing it, but there were some African clubs over there, one called Kilimanjaro. And there was another one called Harimbe, and things like that. So I remember...
Kept you busy.
Yeah, I remember one time I performed at Harimbe, and I had to open for Hugh Masekela, because he was the main act for that night. And so from there, people started getting to know my name and what I was doing and things like that. And I knew that I was ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me, 50 years, 50 active years, when would you say was your highest point?
I can say, talking about the testing ground, I can say that Apollo was one.
Yeah. It gave you the breakthrough into the U.S.
Yes. And the next one was in Los Angeles.
Tell me about that.
Because they used to do a jazz festival over the big names, big names that are the ones who performed there. I had a chance of meeting them, and things like that. So there was one man who is the organizer, Roland Betts, and he saw one of my acts and things like that. And they said, "Okay, yeah, Mr. Ambolley, I think it would be good to, feature you on the festival." And things like, yeah, and I got to know that it was mainly jazz festival. It's not. I'm not going to go and stand there and do Akokoba Ejede. It's different because the name Jazz Festival. So I had to do something that is in connection with that name. And I used to take American songs and start playing them in highlife.
Wow.
Man, they couldn't get enough of that because they knew of the song, but they haven't heard
your version.
Yeah, my version. Whoo. And when it comes to the jazz ramps and things like that, when they are performing, most people just sit down and listen. But when I put the highlife in there, they get up and start dancing as well as listening. Then I say, yes, this is what is missing in America. Because the people who have come to listen to you, you have to get them involved.
That's true.
There mustn't be a gap in between just listening to the music after they give you applause. No, you have to, because any given time performing, those that can't get up, if you watch their feet and everything, their feet is working.
Yeah, tapping their feet.
They are tapping their feet, and those that can get up, and it was wonderful.
So, LA, highest point. New York, highest point. Now, you've been on the road for 50 years. There are Ghanaian musicians trying to find, their level in this space. Every musician has a certain aspiration to be big. You have walked the path. You didn't just talk. You've walked the path, and your footprints are there for all to see. What advice do you have for them?
I will tell them, and I keep on telling them always that, music is a language. It's a language. You must know the cadences of it. Because if I didn't know the language of music, I couldn't have played with American musicians. I couldn't have led them. Because my band that I formed in Los Angeles called Gyedu-Blay Ambolley and his African highlife band. Good American musicians just behind me. So what I would tell them is that music is language. You have to learn the language because you have to know the crotchets and the quavers and the arrangement, the compositions and all that. If you know all these things, anywhere that you travel to, it will be very easy for you to liaise with other musicians that you go to meet there because you understand the language.
So, hey, we've been having a chat with our big brother Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. I think it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. I've been looking forward to this occasion because I knew the songs in bits, and Gyedu-Blay has been around for a while. So But today we've seen it happen live. And before we leave, the way we came in, we have to go out the same way. As he's a Westerner, I'm also Central, and so I saw na nyumne de obubum enti eja Miami Abranti is in nature Otem. So this is where we part company. This has been the footprint with Gyedu-Blay Ambolley. My name is Samuel Atamensa. Ajay. Okay, so we'll meet again next time. Thanks for joining us.